So I wanted to show you a little bit behind the scenes of that student example. I could not find the student's actual After Effects file, so I kind of recreated the very beginning of it. So I have a black solid layer at the very bottom. Usually the composition setting background color doesn't really help out much, so I do a layer solid and I change the color to what I want the background to be. I have dead, and then I have print is, print is, print is, and they're slightly off of each other so that when they come together it doesn't look like it's a clear printing. And notice that I have them coming in at different speeds and at different times to kind of create a feel. And I've also have them easing in. This is ease in and this is easy ease, so it kind of starts slow, ends slow. Ease in, starts fast and ends slow. So if I hit the play button, alright, so I've got the magenta, yellow, and cyan, the three colors that are part of the printing process. And then when they come together, you can see over here that it says multi, which is multiply, and multiply means that it's transparent, so it sees through to the item behind it. So it gives us a kind of a good feel here of these colors coming together as a printing process, and all these colors will make black at the end. And you can see a little blue, a little red, a little yellow on the outside, just to give it a feel of imperfection. And so you can see that I have pick whipped. You just click on the pick whip and drag up to the null layer, and a null layer is just a transparent layer, but it allows us to attach other layers to it. So if we move the null layer, the things that are attached to it will move along with it. So I've got the dead type and the three print types right here. Hit the U key, all the items that have keyframes will show up. So I've got keyframe in position, scale, and rotation. And they're all lined up at the same time. So as we come in, and we can see the numbers changing over here as I go from frame to frame. And it's rotating, moving the position, and getting smaller. Scroll up here, and here I have a shape layer. And you can see the scale right here. So it's right here on the dot of the eye here, and I'm going to make it bigger, and then it's going to go from 0 size to filling the entire screen, almost as if dead and blood kind of getting bigger. Now you see here we have null 2, and so we have null 2 for but and who, and here's null 2 that it's attached to. And again, null 2 also has some positioning and size and scale and rotation. So now here you can see that the position of but is moving by itself. It is not moving based on the null layer. And now the null is taking over for position, scale, and rotation. And then we have null 3. Hit the U key. So the anchor is the little crosshair inside the null layer, which is over here. You can see it right here. And then so that's the anchor point. And then we have the position, scale, and rotation also changing. And notice that the rotation and the scale change first, and then the position. There's no other keyframe, so this anchor is not animating. It's just staying there in position. And we can see that with that anchor being over here, it's rotating over on that side. So sometimes you don't want to rotate it in the center, you want to rotate it at a certain spot. So it kind of gives us the who and killed. Now notice that I have two killed. I have a killed here and I have a killed here. That's because I'm changing. Now all of a sudden the anchor point is here. So that's why I'm changing with a I just duplicated killed and made a killed 2 and positioned it right on top of the old one. And now as we're making this adjustment in the null, positioning, scale, and rotation again. So that's how you use null layers and how you use different types of options underneath each item, scale, rotation. And so if I hit the S key, we'll get scale, R key, rotation, P key, position, T key, opacity. I did not finish this, so I just want to go through these null layers to show you how I would create this type of animation.